Irish Commander here, and we are back. Well, not at the war table, not for another recap, but we are here to take a look at some Star Wars Armada ships. And it has been certainly a while since any Armada ships have shown up at all on my camera. So I thought, you know what, let's just take a break from 36 for one video to take a look. And I thought I'd start this series off by doing some lesser known ships in the Star Wars universe, which, funny enough, this is the only one that has shown up on live action. This is the light cruiser, Imperial light cruiser, which it also served in the Republic. So here, let's get it off the stand, and I think we'll start off with this one. And essentially what we're going to do in this series is we're just going to take a look at the model and the ship itself, because I love collecting these ships, and I've played Armada a little bit, but yeah, not too much, and I don't know too much about the rules, but I have attempted to play it. It's a bit complicated, about as complex as 36. But yeah, so let's talk about this ship. So, like I said, this served in both the Republic and the Empire. Republic vessel recommissioned for Imperial service. And if you've seen the Mandalorian on Disney Plus, then you know this ship shows up as Moff Gideon's ship. Yeah, you can see that stand there. I actually think I will paint my stands. I was debating whether to do that or not. I'll paint the base here black, and then this translucent piece right here, I think I'll either leave it as normal or I'll paint it white. And yeah. So I think that one's this one's classified as a small ship, to let you guys know. But overall, I think that's a nice looking ship. And I think this was one of the first ones I bought. And I know I didn't get this one until very recently. This is the Light Carrier. It's basically an aircraft carrier, but for Star Wars. And you can see with the 4 hangar bays there and the cockpit in the front, that's essentially this ship's only purpose, is to be an aircraft carrier in space. Which, funny enough, the one we actually see in a TV show, which was in Star Wars Rebels, the one we see is actually captured by the Rebels to replace one of these. And I think that's kind of interesting that they made a ship for this game, and they chose one that was technically an Imperial ship, but it was the one we saw in Rebels was kind of refit for Rebel service. And this one's a medium ship. I thought this one was it's a nice ship for playing. It actually works very well with squadrons, and I think I'll dedicate one video to seeing squadrons exclusively. And then for my last Imperial vessel, we have the Interdictor. Now this one kind of took me by surprise the first time I saw it on TV. This one is a specialty ship that the Empire commissioned. It's not a Star Destroyer, but it looks extremely similar to one. But let me get off its stand here. Essentially, what it was meant to do was you see these little bulging points here? Those are gravity wells. And essentially what it would do is it would pull Rebel ships in, like with gravity, like it would pull them in out of place and basically render their engines useless. And I thought that was a relatively unique ability. And I like that when in Star Wars, whenever they take that moment to look at specialty ships and create special ships. Which this one believe it did not show up that often. I believe it showed up 3 times throughout the show, Star Wars Rebels, and all 3 of them were inevitably destroyed, which is kind of funny. And then we're going to cover these 3 next, which are the Rebel ships, obviously. This one, the Pelta, was actually, here, let me see if I can get it off, was a Republic ship, similar to this one right here, but recommissioned in Rebel service. Let's see if I can get it focused there. Another thing, and actually something pretty cool about this, is that its Republic counterpart was recently released, and I haven't gotten it yet. But once I do, I think I'll bring this one out of the box I store my Star Wars pieces in, or Armada pieces in, and I will compare the both of them. And tell you what, I think I'll do an unboxing of my Clone Wars stuff once I get them in. But yeah, and what I meant earlier by when I said the Rebels sold this ship to replace this was their command ship, and boom, it got blown up by who else but Darth Vader. And then the Rebels stole a carrier here to store their ships on and have, a command center. And this next one has never shown up on screen, I don't believe, but technically it did show up at the Battle of Endor. This is called the MC-30, developed by the same people or the same species that built the Home One, the Liberty, and the Profundity. Took me a minute. And I was considering to throw the Profundity in this video, but I thought, you know what, I think I'll just do the MC-30 instead. And I believe these were fairly common throughout the Galactic Civil War, but I might be wrong. When I picked up this model, I believe it was one of the first ones I picked up. I picked up a whole bunch of them at the beginning. But I don't know a whole lot about this ship other than it was commissioned by the Mon Calamari, and it has never shown up on screen, but was apparently present at the Battle of Endor. And that's also a small ship, and these 2 are medium, and the rest of these are small. Now, this is the largest ship in the large category, except for the Superstar Destroyer, which is the largest board game piece I have ever seen. But this one is I don't believe I'm going to be able to say its name, so let me get off its stand. I don't think I can say its full name, but I believe it's the Nadiri class Starhawk. And this thing is a beast, built out of Star Destroyers that the Rebels captured, and technically this is a New Republic ship, built at, the first one of these was built after the Battle of Endor, and I don't believe more than, I'd say about 50 of these were built and used throughout the end of the Galactic Civil War, where these were used and built in between Endor and I think it was Scarif. No, it was Jakku. I thought it was Scarif. But that one, in my opinion, is the most interesting out of all of these, because I believe it was Leia herself that commissioned these vessels, and these things could go toe-to-toe with Star Destroyers, and I was considering putting a Star Destroyer up here so that way you could see the comparison, but I thought, you know what, I'll leave the Star Destroyers and other vessels for another video. So yeah, this wasn't too much of a Armada video, more or less of a quick overview of some of the lesser known ships in Star Wars Armada. And maybe the next one I'll go back and look at some of the more nostalgic ships, and I think I'll just look at 4 of them there. And I was originally going to do 4 here, but I decided to do 6. But the next video you guys will see by me will be an unboxing later this week for 36. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get going and edit this video. So until next time, this is Irish Commander signing off.